I didn't even actually get to break up with him and he's already with the next girl. He gave me not even like 12 hours notice before he was being filmed in Chrome Hearts with her. The flight from America is 12 hours. She was already on the plane. This is 4 days until my birthday. When I saw him in her comment section like that, I tweaked so bad I was gonna put this screenshot.
Once the talk of the town, Central Cee and Ice Spice took an unexpected turn that no one saw coming. Just when fans were starting to believe in this power couple, Ice Spice decided to call it quits. In a shocking twist, it was found that Central Cee gifted his own Maybach to a famous influencer, causing Ice Spice to dump him. But who exactly is the famous influencer? Was their relationship just a calculated move, or did something more explosive happen behind the scenes? From secret texts to public betrayals, the truth behind why Ice Spice dumped Central Cee will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about their whirlwind romance. But before that, don't forget to subscribe. Now, let's dig deep. Central Cee can't say nobody warned him about getting involved with Ice Spice. When he decided to cozy up to her, it should have been clear that she had only one priority, and it definitely wasn't him. Ice Spice has always been laser-focused on her career, and she's shown time and time again that she's willing to do whatever it takes to stay in the spotlight, no matter the cost. Her career strategy has never been about the music itself. It's all about clout. That's how she managed to stay relevant, even after her I2K album flopped, selling just 28,000 copies. When the music didn't deliver, Ice Spice knew she had to find another way to keep herself at the top, and she's got a talent for pulling clout out of the most unexpected situations. Take her falling out with Nicki Minaj, for example. Who in their right mind would sever ties with someone like Nicki, especially without having another superstar in their corner? If it weren't for Cardi B backing her up, Lana would be doing anything to get back in Nicki's good graces. But Ice Spice is a different breed altogether. Not only did she cut ties with Nicki, but she also went head-to-head with Cardi B, where she finds the courage to take on such powerful figures in the industry is anyone's guess. But there's no denying that it's impressive. Unfortunately for Central Cee, he was just another stepping stone in Ice Spice's relentless climb to the top. And once she'd gotten what she needed from him, she discarded him without a second thought. She dropped him like a hot potato, leaving him feeling used and betrayed. According to media reports, Central Cee is deeply hurt by how things turned out. He feels like he was nothing more than a pawn in her game, used for his connections, and then tossed aside. Even if the whole relationship was just a PR stunt from the beginning, Central Cee is now stuck with the label of being a cheater, thanks to the explosive revelations made by his girlfriend. But here's the catch. This whole situation isn't really about love or what went down behind closed doors. No, it's all about clout, money, and numbers. There's no need to tear down Ice's career because it's clear this isn't a love story. It's a strategic move.
Sometimes me and my friends were dying. We thought Ice Spice must have found out that he played me, and that's the only reason he would have one shoe on. And then he escaped, and that's why he said you only live twice.
Remember when Ice Spice had that fallout with Nicki Minaj? That wasn't just a little hiccup. It was a major blunder. When she crossed the barbs, Nicki's fiercely loyal fan base, it all went downhill from there. The Barbs were her biggest supporters, and turning them against her was a huge mistake. If there are any doubts about how much that hurt her career, just look at the numbers. Ice lost a staggering 25 million monthly listeners on Spotify after that fiasco. This is why her fling with Central Cee was so important for her. Central Cee is a big name in the UK and across Europe, and Ice Spice was riding that wave. But now, the word on the street is that she's done with him too. If anyone is still skeptical, they should listen to how Central Cee's ex, Mads, broke it down. Mads is that girl on TikTok who's been dropping all the tea, and she's been in the same group chat with Central Cee since 2022. Mads and Central Cee have had an on-again, off-again relationship, but it seems they reconnected earlier this year. In fact, they were even spotted together in Lagos, Nigeria in June, shooting a music video. This led everyone to believe they might be back together. The timing is just too perfect to ignore, especially with Ice Spice stepping away from Central Cee. It's almost like everything is falling into place. And the real game being played here is all about staying relevant and keeping those numbers up. Ice Spice may have lost her biggest fan base, but she was quick to latch onto another star to keep her momentum going. And now, with the rumors swirling about her and Central Cee being over, it raises even more questions about what's really going on behind the scenes. Central Cee was spotted out and about with Ice Spice, first hitting the shops in London and then cozying up at Hookah Lounge like they were a full-on couple. This was when things took a turn, as Malene decided to spill all the tea on TikTok. She didn't hold back, either. She dropped a 5-part video series that has already racked up a jaw-dropping 243 million views. Malene was clearly furious. She claimed she had no idea about Central Cee's collaboration with Ice Spice, let alone the steamy music video they shot together. She was completely blindsided by the whole thing. Taking viewers back a few months, Malene recalled a moment when she was chilling in bed with Pookie, who came to her excitedly saying he had a new song to share. She was all set to be serenaded with some sweet lyrics, but instead, what she heard left her stunned. Pookie played his verse, and Malene realized that not only was he snitching on himself about cheating, but he was also laying bare the kind of reputation Central Cee had earned. A reputation as a player. It's no wonder she was shocked, but given Central Cee's history, one might ask what Malene was really expecting. The lyrics Pookie rapped were nothing short of self-incriminating, and they went something like this. I'm selective with who I get with. Y'all on my phone trying to see who I slept with. She investigating like a detective. Lucky for me, I deleted the message. All along it was me, and a bad B, but I told her it was me and my breen friends. The blatant disrespect in those lyrics was enough to make headlines, and Malene wasn't about to let it slide. The audacity of it all had her fired up, and she wasn't afraid to call out the situation for what it was, Central Cee playing games and getting caught up in his own web of lies. When Malene exploded on Central Cee for basically broadcasting to the world.
You recently just went through a breakup.
Yes.
The internet just basically found out this week. And to give context to the Daddy Gang, maybe you guys are familiar, maybe you're not. Madeline was dating someone that is also in the public eye, is a very famous rapper from the UK. And your relationship kind of just like blew up online. To confirm, you guys are broken up.
Yes.
How long have you guys been broken up for?
A couple months.
That he was cheating on her with Ice Spice. Central tried to smooth things over by claiming it was all just a marketing stunt to promote his new song. He'd assured her that it was nothing serious and that he was simply hiring another influencer to lip sync to the track. At first, Malene was cool with it, thinking it was just business. But things quickly got complicated when the influencer turned out to be an Australian girl named Leah Halton. Central Cee even went so far as to send Leah his personal Maybach to use in the video, which made Malene question everything. Suddenly, it wasn't just Ice Spice she had to worry about. Malene found herself knee-deep in comments, trying to figure out if she and Central Cee were still together, or if she was just another pawn in his game. The situation was spiraling out of control, but it was about to get even messier. Malene's management started to get anxious about all the extra drama, especially since they were supposed to fly to Nigeria just 2 days after this chaos erupted. That's when it hit Malene that the whole Nigeria trip, which Central Cee had invited her on, wasn't about romance at all. It was just another part of her manipulative boyfriend's elaborate marketing scheme. Despite realizing this, Malene still decided to go to Nigeria with him. This raised eyebrows, particularly among those who believe that women sometimes enable these types of men by sticking around. Instead of dropping him like a hot potato, she stayed, even though it was clear she was being played. Mads reluctantly agreed to go on the trip to the motherland, but only under one condition. Central Cee had to promise there would be no pictures of them together. She didn't want to be used as part of any promotional stunt involving Ice Spice or anything that could fuel cheating rumors. But, as things often go in these situations, the pictures surfaced anyway. It was no surprise to anyone but Mads, who was furious when she saw them online. She realized Central Cee had crossed a line, and she was ready to call it quits. Determined to end things, Mads reached out, asking to meet in person to break up with him. But instead of facing her, Central Cee ghosted her completely. He disappeared for the rest of June, leaving her hanging without any explanation. Then, on the 1st of July, he suddenly reappeared in her DMs, dropping a cryptic message. He casually said, "Got to see you tonight. Boo. Remember, I'm just a human when you see what's going down tomorrow." However, he didn't show up that night. The very next day, the internet exploded with fresh pictures of Central Cee and Ice Spice shopping in London. It was as if he had planned the whole thing, using the photos to create more buzz. After that, Central Cee completely cut Mads off, leaving her with zero contact. She couldn't reach him, and he moved on with Ice Spice, as if their relationship had never existed. The way he handled the situation left Mads feeling like she didn't even matter, like she was just another piece in his publicity game. Central Cee's actions not only broke her trust, but also showed just how cold and calculated he could be. It was a harsh wake-up call, and now everyone is left wondering if Ice Spice will be treated the same way, or if this is just the beginning of more drama in Central Cee's love life. Just a few weeks earlier, the situation took a turn for the worse, and it happened during Mads' birthday week, making the whole ordeal even more disrespectful. Imagine dealing with all this drama while trying to celebrate your special day. But as bad as it was, the situation managed to get even messier. When Ice Spice realized how upset Mads was about Central Cee, she decided to stir the pot even more. She posted a TikTok video where she was doing push-ups on a private jet with the caption, "Moved after taking her mans." It was a direct jab at Mads, flaunting her supposed victory. But Mads wasn't going to take it lying down. She quickly responded with her own video, mocking Ice by doing even more challenging clap push-ups with a friend by her side. It's important to understand that, for these people, this is all part of the game. Just because it's a game doesn't mean it's not real, or that feelings won't get hurt. But their personal lives are so intertwined with their careers that they'll do whatever it takes to climb the ladder of fame. And in this scenario, Ice Spice is in need of a boost. If she could tap into Central Cee's fan base, or win over Mads' detractors, it could put her back on top and help her regain the numbers she lost. But here's the twist. Ice Spice's TikTok, which made it seem like she and Central Cee were still together, is allegedly all for show. According to the latest tea, Ice is actually done with him, and their contract has expired. Did Ice Spice's numbers get a boost from this? Absolutely. But what did Central Cee gain? Besides his name being dragged through the mud and getting exposed by his ex as manipulative, this relationship did nothing for him. Now that it's all over, Central Cee's team is scrambling to do some serious damage control. The fallout has made them panic, trying to clean up the mess that this so-called relationship created. There's speculation that after a few weeks, Central Cee and Mads might be back together, as if nothing ever happened. But is that really the best move? In this twisted game of love and fame, the lines between genuine relationships and career moves have blurred to the point where it's difficult to tell who's really winning. Is Mads better off moving on? Or will she end up back in the same cycle with Central Cee? The comments section is buzzing with opinions and advice for Mads, with some urging her to walk away for good and others predicting a reunion. Guys, what are your opinions on this? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section. Then, check out this next video if you don't know that Central Cee slams Ice Spice for dumping him. And don't forget to subscribe. Catch you in the next one.